Welcome to my first video on this YouTube channel. I'm going to be showing you today how to solve the Rubik's Cube. As you saw in the previous clip, you can solve it very fast. I average 20 seconds usually, but before you start you need to know like notation on what the letters mean when you turn it, like how to do that, like not really, but you need to know that this is R, R prime, U prime, L prime, L, and everything. So, but you need to know the pieces. So this piece in the middle is the center piece, and it never moves. Even if you do a slice move like that and then rotate, they will always be like, if you have the normal color scheme, white opposite of yellow, green opposite of blue, and red opposite of orange. And so these pieces with two colors on them are edge pieces. There are 12 of them on the cube. These pieces with three colors are corner pieces, and there are 8 of them on the cube. And they all hook together inside. All these center pieces are connected into a core, and then everything is held together from the core. Then notation is if you move the right side clockwise, that is called R, which is R without an apostrophe at the end. And then R prime is turning the right side counterclockwise, which does have a little apostrophe at the end. And then L, move the left side clockwise. L prime, move it counterclockwise, which that has a little apostrophe at the end. U clockwise, U prime counterclockwise with a little apostrophe. F, F prime. D, D prime. B, B prime. And then if there's a number 2 at the end, that means turn the side twice. So like in this algorithm, which you will learn later, it goes R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, and that's how you learn. That is all notation. And so let's get on to the tutorial. Okay, so now for the tutorial. So with that knowledge that I said in the last clip, you are going to be able to do these moves to solve the entire cube. So it's not one sequence of moves, but you can do one sequence of moves to solve it. The first step is to get these white edge pieces, the white part to be on the yellow centerpiece. So like this one, I can do an F prime to do, and then do U moves. And then you can make the white daisy. So that is one of the simplest parts. Then this is solved. So this, I'm going to take this white orange piece. It's connected to the orange center. So I'm going to turn that twice so that they're both connected. Next I'm going to see this red. So I'm going to turn it until this is connected with the red center. Turn it twice, and then that's on 2. And then, this green's already paired up, so I'm matched up, so I'm going to turn it twice to do that. And then this one, we just have to turn, and it is done. And then you don't have to do flips like this. It's just a habit I'm into. A good habit. Okay, so now that you've done your cross, if you've done all that steps correctly, then you're on to putting in your corners. So this corner, you're going to put over its slot, which it already is for me. So then you're going to do R. So then if it's facing up, so you're going to put it over this slot and do the algorithm. It should be on screen if I put it on screen, which I probably will, but its algorithm is R, U, R prime, U prime, and just repeat that. Can be done really fast until it's in with the white on the bottom. Next, this goes in this part over here, so we're going to put it over there and then do that algorithm. It's in. Now this is in its slot, so we just do the algorithm until it gets in. Now this piece, we have to put it over its slot and just do that. And then, boom, you've done your first layer. Now that you've done your first layer, you should be able to progress onto the second layer, which is putting these edges that don't have yellow on them into their correct slot, like here. So this one goes into here. So the color on the side is, you're going to match it up to its center, like this. And if it doesn't have yellow on it, and then you're going to do this algorithm that should be on screen right now. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, and then you can either rotate and insert it like that using L prime, U, L, or you can do F prime, U, F, which is how, because this rotation would be called Y, and I don't want to confuse you with that, so I'll just have the F prime, but you can always rotate and insert however you prefer. This color is red, so we're going to put it over here and do the algorithm again. U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And then this one has matched up to its center, but if we do it, it's not in the front, so we are going to do this algorithm instead on screen again, hopefully. R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R, U, R. Now this, match it up to the center and do this algorithm, the same algorithm from the before. So if it's on the side, then you are going to, if it's on the side, then you're going to do the R prime, the one that starts with R prime, but if it's on the front, then you're going to do the one that starts with a U. You can always go back if you can't remember the algorithm, or to write it down on a paper or anything. So it's U, R, U prime, R prime, U prime, F prime, U, F. And once you do one of those two for all four of your edges in the middle layer, then you should be done with your second layer. Next, the next step is OLL, or orientation of the last layer, which is where you do an algorithm and it solves the last layer. To do it in one algorithm, I was lucky that I got this case because I don't know all 56, I believe, the algorithms. I don't know all those, but I'm just going to teach you the easiest way to do it, which if you get a hook like this where you have two edges face up and they're in a kind of L shape, then you're going to do F and then the algorithm from the first layer, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. Or wait, no. You're going to do that. So R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime. And then you're going to get a line case. You're going to get a line case from that, and which is like, looks like this, which is the two correct edges are opposite each other, and then you're going to do just F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime from that. Now that's actually the algorithm, so I'm just going to do it. F, U, R, U prime, R prime, which is just R, U, R prime, U prime, but backwards. And so then there is one other case that I'm going to get to quickly. It is this dot case, and for it you're going to do the F, R, U, R prime, U prime, F prime, but then you're going to do a wide F, R, U, R prime, U prime, wide F prime, which is a little f, not a uppercase, but little, lowercase. That's why it's important the way you do it. Next is the cross OLO, which we're doing, I believe it's called 3-look or 4-look OLO, but so you're going to do from any position, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2, R prime, until you get a fishy. From any position, once you get this fish, you are going to hold it with the fish head right here, and if this piece's color right here is not yellow, then you are going to do this algorithm, should be on the screen, R, U, R prime, U, R, U2 prime, or U2, U2, anyway, R prime. Then you can do a U2, and then you have this correct, which kind of just like twisted the corner, and then you can do it again, and then that is solved. Some other cases are this, which you can just do from any position. And then solve it. Okay, so next up, okay, I guess that's it for orientation of the last layer. So now that you've done your OLO to orient the last layer, you are going to do PLO, which permutes the last layer. So what you're going to do is you're going to use an algorithm to swap two corner pieces, because that's the first step of this. So if you don't have any headlights, which is these two green pieces are next to each other, but if this and this was green, then they would be headlights. So if you don't have headlights like me, then do this algorithm: R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime, and then align the headlights to their side. This is headlights even though this edge is solved because the corners are the same. Ignore the edges for now. Then do it again. R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, F, R2, U prime, R prime, U prime, R, U, R prime, F prime. And then you'll get something like this. There's a total of 4 possible cases, so wait until I get to your case if I'm not at your case yet. So if this piece needs to go over here, which needs to go over here, which needs to go over here, and it's a cycle like that, then do this algorithm. R2, U, R, U, R prime, U prime, R prime, U prime, R prime, U, R prime. And if you have this case, then do that same algorithm. So R2, U, R, U, R prime, like that, and then you'll get that case, and then you'll be able to solve it and finish the cube. But if you get one of this case, then do it once, then you can rotate and do it again. Make sure your solved side is at the back, and if you get this case, then do it once, then rotate, make sure your solved side is at the back, and then do it again. And then, congratulations, you have solved the cube. So that's it. Thank you for watching. I would like it if you considered subscribing. Leave a like, and I'll see you next time.